This used to be one of the most polluted waterways in all of New York City, Gowanus Canal in Brooklyn, but it's undergoing a rapid transformation. However, there's an organization helping to maintain its green infrastructure.
Pretty much immediately, the Gowanus Canal was disgusting because it was built as an open sewer.
In the mid-1800s, the canal was dredged and channelized, and it became one of the busiest industrial waterways in the nation. During that time, there were also 3 manufactured gas plants along the canal. Coal was brought in from the Pennsylvania coal fields up the canal on barges and offloaded onto these sites. Then they heated up the coal and created gas, which then was pumped out to fuel streetlights and homes throughout the city. This was actually the main source of energy from the 1800s all the way to about the 1960s, when the natural gas pipeline was built.
But essentially, that process of heating up that coal tar left a lot of byproduct. So all of that byproduct went into the ground towards the water body. So right now at the bottom of the canal, we have about 10 feet of very contaminated sediment. A lot of that is coal tar. There was also paint factories, tanneries, all sorts of things were dumped in. That dumping has stopped. However, we are still dumping raw sewage into the canal every time it rains.
Hence people that describe that Gowanus smell.
It was once a massive salt marsh and massive salt marsh ecosystems around it. So oysters the size of dinner plates, habitat for migratory birds, and just like really incredible, robust ecology here.
There's an anecdote in the Big Oyster book. He says that a French chef came over here and was surprised by how fine the oysters were in the Gowanus.
I don't know that I will ever eat out of the Gowanus Canal, but at least we could have healthy oysters. This map shows the extent of the former salt marsh. GCC, over the past 20 years, we have been working to facilitate the development of a green space network centered on the canal. Standing on right now is one of the first new public spaces. It's going to be a 20-acre network of parks and public space centered all along the canal. The water is actually looking pretty clean today.
I am surprised because this is the cleanest I've seen the Gowanus.
So that is, it's off-gassing from the coal tar that's at the bottom of the canal. This part has not yet been dredged.
Ooh, wow, okay.
This is the new Gowanus.
Have not walked through this area yet. Wow, I'm stunned. Yeah. I've come around the area maybe 2 years ago and it did not look like this.
This part of the canal has been dredged, so you can see it does look cleaner than what we saw earlier. They came in and dug out 10 feet of contaminated sediment and then put down a multi-layered cap to keep additional contamination from coming in.
But this is looking rather beautiful. It reminded me of Copenhagen, parts of London that have been redeveloped.
One of the challenges is, even with all of this massive change, what parts of the community can we really keep and preserve and move into the future?
Let me know, what do you think is the future of Gowanus? Stay curious, my friend.